right, JJ, how excited are you to just have this opportunity tomorrow night?
I'm excited. I haven't been able to contain it all day. Really, I've been thinking about it since the Lipscomb game last week. I didn't have my best performance, and I think we finished that game out early, and I think that's one of those things to where I really have been hungry. I've been trying to keep the guys hungry all week, letting them know we win one more game, we're in California. We win one more game. And so it's one of those things where we've been hyping everybody up all week, but it's one of those things to where you have to make sure you keep a lid on it, keep the guys focused, make sure you're getting good sessions, and it's all going to play itself out tomorrow.
Has that been maybe a little difficult to do at times to kind of keep the lid on everything and keep guys focused?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, definitely you have a lot of young guys and you get in a situation like this, especially like they talk about the hype around campus and around our team, is that even a lot of these guys who haven't been getting minutes, they're on the men's soccer team who's remaking history, who's really doing special things here. And I think that's something to where we have to have a piece of humble pie as well. And I think video yesterday or 2 days ago helped us with that, letting us know that, look, we're not invincible. Lipscomb, it was a 2-1 game. It's a close game, and Maryland's a much better team. So I think that's something where we're going to have to step up as leaders, especially, as Coach said, we're just going to have to make sure that we put together some really solid performances in training, and then in the game tomorrow, we just got to make sure that all of the things that we work on throughout the week, all the things that we've done all year, just show and reflect in the game.
Now, you guys being in this position right here, you've beaten good teams this year already,
Yeah.
IU, Louisville.
Right.
Unlike maybe another team that, let's just say hypothetically, a team that sort of stumbled into the Elite Eight. You know, when you look in basketball, you got Loyola Chicago, like getting to the Final Four last year, but you guys have beaten good teams already this year.
Right.
So not necessarily an underdog performance that's going to be heading into here tomorrow. Do you feel like those big games that you got earlier this year maybe makes this stage a little bit easier for you guys, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think that those games are huge confidence boosters in showing that we can play with any team in the country, that we're not here by chance. We're here because we've done the work, we've put in the good performances, and we've got the results. And so I think it's one of those things that just adds confidence to us, but at the same time, we need to know that every team is different. Every team is not IU or in Louisville, and even if we play IU and Louisville time after time, the results aren't going to be the same. So it's one of those to where we just have to respect everybody. We have to respect every opponent that we have. Like Lipscomb last week, we didn't respect them as much as we probably should have, and the game was a lot closer. They had chances to tie that game up and even get a result. So I think that's one of those to where we just have to make sure we stay humble. We have to respect all the teams that we're playing. We have to respect everybody and just prepare this the right way, and then we're going to get the result at the end.
You guys earned the right to be the home team and the number 3 seed.
Right.
Heading into the Elite Eight, but at the same time, Maryland has history and tradition on their side. So you guys could either play the favorite card to motivate yourselves or the underdog. I mean, how do you sort of approach that? What are your thoughts on that dynamic?
Yeah, it's definitely a tricky one because, like, they've had the history behind it. They're always a quality team. They're a good program, and definitely, I think it's one of those to where you have to just, like I said before, you have to respect them. You have to respect them and just know that it's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be an easy performance. But at the same time, if we just focus on making sure that we're quality in training and make sure that we take care of all the little things, the simple things, that I think we're going to be fine. I mean, the track record and all of that, it's like Coach said, it's a reference point. And so where it means a lot in terms of when you're looking back at it and when you're setting up the matchup, it's like, wow, historic program versus program making history. It's one of those to where it's like it sets up to be really nice, but in the run of things, it's just which team's going to come out and perform the best tomorrow.
You mentioned keeping it simple. Is that kind of your all's emphasis heading into tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, I think it's really easy, especially in an Elite Eight game versus a big team. You're thinking, wow, like it's the time to go out and show out and do all of the things to let people notice me. And I think one of the main things is just make sure you do your job, make sure you do your role, do what we've done all year, make sure we do like the same things we've done all game, or every game this season. I think we're gonna be fine because like those things, those simple things, those little things, it might not take over the show, might not run things, but at the same time, those are the things that have got us to where we are in the season. Those are the things that got us to an Elite Eight. And so we just got to keep going with that, and it's going to get us a national championship.
last game in front of your home crowd here this season, what would it mean to get a win in front of Big Blue Nation?
Yeah, for sure. I think it would mean the world, especially if we have a big show out or a big result with people, as I think we will. And I think it'll be exciting because I think they're going to be up for it. I know that we're going to be up for it and want to put on a good show for them. But definitely, I know it's been happening from each team where, there's this thing right now, it's a volleyball school too. I just think that this program is something phenomenal, and the support that each team gets and the support that we're going to get, hopefully, tomorrow night, is I just want to leave a good taste in their mouth, so hopefully they're back to the first game of next year.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.